Okay, so this video has been a long time coming. There's been quite quite a lot going on. I can't remember the last time I posted a video, but it was too long ago, and I have actually made several attempts to make another video, but things happen, life happens, school holidays happened, so yeah, I never actually got to post any of them, which is a shame really. And yes, I have multicoloured hair, shocking. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of purple. I like purple. But no, a lot has gone on. I think last time I spoke to you, I just started seeing a guy. Well, that went a bit tits up. I went onto my WhatsApp account one day, and he changed his profile picture to one of him and some woman. So when I sent him a message asking him about it, all he could say was, "I'm back with my ex, sorry." I'll give him bloody sorry when I see his sorry ass. Oh, I was so angry. I've never been so angry in my whole entire life with anybody or anything. I mean, that's just low. That's just low. Spineless coward. But anyway, moving on from that very swiftly. Had Alicia's birthday party, end of July. She had a Mad Hatter's tea party. It took me 2 weeks to survive that, to recover from that. And the days beforehand, obviously, I was running around like a headless chicken trying to get things done. And it came to her actual day and my brain had turned to mush. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know who I was, you know. And my mum messaged me saying, "Oh, you know, can we come over at lunchtime?" So I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." So mum was like, "So what's need doing? What needs doing to sort this party out?" I said, "I don't know." I just like, I don't know. My brain has turned into mush. I've got this to do, I've got that to do, I've got the other to do. I've got so much to do and I can't get it all done. You see, my problem is, because I'm so fiercely independent, I hate asking for help. I'm a bugger for it. I do not ask for help. Even if people say, "Oh, I'll come and help," blah blah blah. I'm like, I feel really bad. I feel like I'm a burden on people or something. I just don't like asking for help. And I think Alicia's birthday has taught me that I need to ask for help a lot more. It's not. I can't. There's a lot of things. I've realised now that I cannot do anymore. As much as it pains me to say it, there are a lot of things that I cannot do anymore, which like I say, it's difficult. It's difficult to come to terms with that. I can no longer do this, that, or the other. My condition is worsening. Having a lot more problems with my legs, hips down. I'm having so many more problems and so much more pain. So yeah, that's not helping any matters at all. But yeah, I just need to start asking for help a bit more, which I don't. And it's obviously made me really poorly on Alicia's birthday because I had stomach bug, I had virus, and I also had fibro and ME flare-ups as well. So it took me a good couple of weeks to recover from that, of bed rest, pure bed rest, because I couldn't do anything else. There was nothing else I could do. Food was got in the house via, like Asda and Tesco. They do their delivery. But no, it was just horrible. It was a horrible 2 weeks, and to be honest, I was just glad it was over and done with. And then for the rest of then for a couple of weeks, obviously plodded along doing whatever, and then we had a week away in Mablethorpe, which was nice. Golden Sands. So yeah, it was nice to get away from Lincoln for a week. Just even if it was like a little caravan somewhere. Excuse me. Oh. But it was just nice just to get away from it all. So me and Alicia went away for the week, and obviously after everything that went, being dumped via WhatsApp, by a profile picture on WhatsApp, But the cheeky thing was, about an hour after I messaged him, he messaged back, and I sent a couple of messages basically castrating him. Oh, believe me, when I get going, I get going, And he changed his profile picture back to one of himself again. So yeah, he did that on purpose to tell me that he got back with his ex. He didn't know how to tell me, so he did it like that. Yeah, I can't say much else because I just want to swear about it, but I'm gonna be better than I ain't gonna swear. I'm trying not to swear right now, so I'll move it swiftly on. But yeah, it was anyway. Why do I do this to myself? I stop and change my hair. Bloody brain fog. See, I can't even talk. Oh God. Well, anyway, we got back early September, and then Alicia went back to school. As usual, like normal kids, not happy about going back to school. But it's something they have to do. Don't fancy getting into trouble for it. So yeah, she's gone back to school, started her GCSEs this September. So she's, and I think, I don't think that's helped her nerves and everything else. But she's gone back to school, and then this time a week ago, I was in Newcastle. Yeah, first time I'd ever been to Newcastle. Well, just outside Newcastle, but still, it's the first time I'd ever been to the northeast. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of the never eat shredded wheat or naughty elephant squirt water rhyme. Yeah, northeast. I'm terrible when it comes to my compass directions. I know how to use a compass. When I'm having to try and think about it in my head, I have to think about it, really think about it. But no, up in the northeast, up to Newcastle, just me. That was the scariest trip ever. Luckily there's only one change, and I had a lot of anxiety about the changeovers. Luckily there was a woman there that had assistance. There was a lady there that was travelling literally from Lincoln, where I was, and she was travelling through to Newcastle, and she was having assistance. So I joined her with the assistance. I was like, Thank you, God. So my anxiety levels went from up here right down here because changed at Retford on the way there. And I'll tell you something, if I didn't have anybody helping me out there, I think I would have just stood in the middle of the train station, and I probably would have just collapsed in a heap and started blubbering to myself. And I wouldn't have survived. I don't think I would have survived if it wasn't for that lady with her assistance. I was going to book assistance, but I didn't have any free minutes, and I didn't have any credit to ring this number because I tried booking online. What? Why do I want to book online? That's just crazy. I can't. Oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was looking. I was scrolling through my phone. I was going, come again? What the hell? So, oh, screw that. I ended up going to. I ended up going into the train station. To book the tickets. So I was just like, yeah, do it the old-fashioned way. Obviously, I know Lincoln quite well. I've lived in Lincoln all my life. So took some time to get to the train station, but I eventually got to the train station because everything takes me time. Going from one place to another in Lincoln now, in town centre, takes me a lot of time, a lot of sit-down breaks, and it's even worse when it's raining and you can't sit down anywhere. And I'm just trying to get from one place to another, trying not to get wet, and trying to. I don't like it. If I could afford it, I would be investing in one of those mobility scooters because I struggle to get around Lincoln now. I really do struggle. And when I do go around Lincoln, it pulls me out. I get home and I'm just tired, flat out. So yeah, as you can imagine, going there, booking the tickets, £65 lighter, and yeah, £65 lighter for that. It's like, oh my God, it costs a fortune to go anywhere nowadays. Even if you go by car, it costs a fortune because you have to pay for petrol, and then there's stops along the way because I won't be able to do that whole trek in one go. No way, that ain't happening. So it costs a fortune to travel anywhere nowadays. But yeah, eventually I got up there. Had no idea where I was going when I got there. Got off the train, and I just followed through everyone else. I'm not normally one to be like follow around like a lost sheep kind of thing. But I was like, well, if everybody else is going over the bridge, I might as well go over the bridge. So I went over the bridge, and just as you get over the bridge, you get to the barrier things where you put your ticket in and they let you through. Anyway, I was crossing over the bridge, and I spots over across there. I spots Amanda there, who I was going to see because it was her birthday on Monday. I spots Amanda there with her husband, Lee, and her little girl, her youngest, Georgia. And they sat out just outside Burger King, chatting away. Amanda with her back to me, as Lee had planned, because me and him had been plotting for a few weeks now for me to go up. So he creeps up behind her, grabs her on the waist and goes, "What do you think you're doing here?" And I think she needed a new pair of pants after that because she literally pooped herself. It was funny. I couldn't stop laughing. Lee couldn't stop laughing either. It was funny. And when she kind of realised, and when it kind of sunk in exactly who I was and what was going on, she was like, "Sam!" So it was nice to see. It was a nice surprise for her. She knew something was going on. She knew Lee was up to something, but she didn't know what. So it was a nice surprise for her. So I was there till Tuesday. Coming back was a lot easier because I changed at Newark, and I know Newark stations, both Castle and Northgate. Changed at Northgate because I used to go to college there, so I know Newark stations. So that's fine. But yeah, I got back. got back in Lincoln at like 8 o'clock at night. Got a taxi home, and I turned off. I'm still trying to recover. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm so tired. I just cannot recover. My legs just don't seem to want to work. They hurt constantly at the moment. As you can see, I'm in my onesie. But no, I'm just still trying to recuperate from it. You know, I mean, it's like when I got back from a week of holiday. Oh, excuse me. Oh, acid reflux. That's not good. That tastes awful. But yeah, I got back on the Saturday. From holiday, and on Sunday I slept. I just slept. I couldn't stop sleeping. I couldn't get out of bed for the tiredness. You know, I just couldn't stop sleeping. So, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, I'm currently trying to just get by at the moment. That's all I can do. It sucks. It sucks just getting by. I'm trying so hard just to, you know, try and lead a normal life. I'm gonna have to stop hands because that's hurting. You know, you're just trying to get by. That lighting's not exactly good, is it? Oh no. I can't move much because I have this one next to me. And you should see the state of Rosie. Look at her. The life of a rescue dog. Right there. So, yeah. It's been busy. So, I'm going to have to carry on using that hand. No. This is not easy. This is not comfortable. So yeah, trying to, yeah, but at the moment I'm just getting by. I went to the MS centre yesterday. I only lasted an hour, if that, you know, probably like an hour and a half, something like that, before I had to come home. I couldn't stay awake. I was just so tired. And then when I got back, I tried to get some sleep on the recliner, which I'm sat on now. Oh, and don't know whether you can see, but my hair's kind of transferred onto the back of the chair, so you could tell where I nap. I should really clean that off, but I don't get around to it. Let's see if cleaning this. Let's see if this helps. Oh, that's a bit better. But yeah, as you can see, you can tell where I've been napping during the day. Really, Coco? Just random. Oh, he's swapping sides now. That's better. I can rest my arm on my elbow on the chair now. But yeah, well, you can see in the background there, look. You can see in the background. Look behind me. That's the handle to my suitcase. I've not unpacked yet. I've not unpacked yet because I've just not had the energy to do it. I mean, I'm looking at the handle now and I'm thinking that needs to be sorted. As you can see, I've not done much more else decorating wise. I've not had the energy. Not done it. Obviously, obviously that's been done like ages now. And the wall that's facing me, that was done by that ex of mine. He hung the wallpaper up on that, and then I did like the cubby area around there with. I did all that up nice and pretty. But That's about it. That's all that's been done decorating wise in here. I'm just dreading the kitchen. I really, really, really dreading the kitchen. I really, really am. Because by the looks of it, the wallpaper was put up, and then they put the cupboards on top. So the cupboards that are the eye level cupboards that are on the wall, I'm gonna have to take them down in order to strip the wallpaper and put it all back in again. I really am not looking forward to that. You know, I've got to take it all down, strip the wallpaper, put whatever I'm putting up back on it, and then I've got to put it all back up again. I really don't want to do the kitchen, but it needs doing. I'm looking at it now and it's just like, although there is a nice sight over there, there's a Mr. Hugh Jackman calendar up there. So that's a nice sight to behold every morning. Walk into the kitchen and there's Mr. Hugh Jackman smiling at me. That's probably the only positive thing I can say about my kitchen right now is Hugh Jackman. I don't know, that's bad, isn't it? Never mind. So, but, on the since I broke up with my ex, or since you know what happened. Since the incident with him, I've not really been talking to anyone. The only males I've been talking to are the ones that are already in my life, like friends, and and family. So, and obviously there's the motley crew here, i.e. the zoo, considering the majority of them are male. So yeah, I'm just gonna see how things go. I mean, I don't go anywhere really to meet anyone, so I mean, I'm hardly gonna bump into my soulmate at the MS centre, considering the majority of the people that are there are women, or they're married, or they've got boyfriends or whatever, or they just don't want, or they're widowed, or so majority of them are all women, and the men that are there, certainly not my type, definitely not my type. So, and that's my social life, which, as sad as it seems, that's my social life. So, I mean, I was actually invited, speaking of social life, I was actually invited to a night out tonight with an old friend of mine called Kelly. But I was going to go out for a few drinks, but I'm still not feeling so good. I'm still worn down, and I think I've got a bit of a stomach bug as well, because I've been pooing for England basically, and I'm just like, last night I didn't sleep so well, obviously because of my legs, and also I had really bad stomach cramps, and I felt really ill. I mean, I've been feeling hungry today, but I go into the kitchen and just look at food, and I'm just like, no. And all of a sudden the hunger goes away, and nausea is replaced. So I just think, no. I mean, it's not as if I'm wasting away or anything. So I think just make sure I keep up on my fluids. Just make sure that's all I really can do, is keep up on my fluids and just stay near the toilet. All you can do, really. So, and when I say fluids, I do mean like water, not fluids as in what I would drink if I was going out on the town tonight. Although if I did, I probably wouldn't survive. I really wouldn't. But You never know, I might have done. I don't know. But I haven't had a really good night out in so long in Lincoln. Obviously, we went out when I was in Newcastle, when I was up north. Went out on Monday for Amanda's birthday. Went out for a meal. An amazing place called Zaza's Bazaar, I think it was called. And it's basically just like it's like a buffet kind of meal. You pay, eat all you want kind of buffet. And there's food from around the world. There's Chinese. There's there was a sushi bar, which Alicia was well jealous. She loves the sushi at the moment, and she was really jealous of me. So yeah, that was fun. And there was like obviously there was English like fish and chips and roast and that. There was curries. There was pastas, pizzas, all kinds of different things. There was a salad bar, and the pièce de résistance, a dessert bar. Oh. Oh my god, I love dessert. I have such a sweet tooth, it's unreal. I have a huge sweet tooth, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I went back. I had 2 plates of dessert. I went back for 2 plates of dessert. I know, shouldn't have done, but I enjoyed it too much. I have such a sweet tooth, it's unreal. So yeah, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself, and it was nice to see Amanda as well. And yeah, I suppose it was nice to see Lee as well. But he wasn't too happy about me and Amanda ganging up on him all weekend. He thought it was a bit. I think he probably thought it was a bit. There we go. Word gone. I don't know. He probably felt like he was ganged up upon. We were ganging up on him technically, but he's big enough and ugly enough to hold his own ground. So you know. And the 4 kids. It was the youngest one. They've got 4 kids together, and the youngest one, she's like 4 years old, and she was so sweet, bless her. She was my little shadow for the weekend. So yeah, it was a good weekend. I'm glad I went up. Even if the actual ride was a bit nerve-wracking, especially the changeover of effort. I think in future I will book assistance. If I'm going anywhere, I will book assistance, because doing that on my own was a bit daunting. You know, needless to say, I had to have music on while I was travelling to try and keep my anxiety low. To try and keep my anxiety levels low. For God's sake. You know what? I think I'm just gonna cut it a day. Call it. So I can't even speak now. I'm gonna call it a day. It's been like half hour now, so I shall leave you all to get on with the rest of your lives. I know that's half hour that you can't get back, is it? Never mind. So thank you for watching this and bearing with me, and I do apologise for my absence. I have been thinking about doing this video for a while. Like I say, I have made several attempts, but it never actually got to going on to Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna go now, and I shall catch you all real soon. Bye.